What's going on, guys? It's Ahmed back again for On The Spot, making another video, and this one's got more serious tone to it than the past ones. Yes, I'm taking a break from COVID, but on to another serious matter that's affecting football in other ways and become light during lockdown, during the pandemic we had, and that's racism. During the time we saw during lockdown, stuff like that, we saw obviously the horrible incidents happening in America, which really showed the world how racist humanity can be at times and how severe we are as a human race. And as well, we saw that quite a bit. I'm talking, of course, about the George Floyd case. I think his name will go down in history now as hopefully a pivotal moment in life where we see racism almost be uncovered and being shown to the world and how, you know, how it actually is. And when we look at our area, we look at our little microorganism, we cover WDSportz, and the rest of the world we cover in the world of non-league football. We see racism all the time. We see racism day to day sometimes, whether it be a passive comment or an abusive remark to a player, manager, official, or what have you. It is big in this country. It's big everywhere. And to think that it doesn't exist or a thing in the past, then you're being almost ignorant to it in some aspects. You got to respect that racism doesn't die out all of a sudden. It didn't die out in the 60s or 70s or what have you. It's still a part of today. And hence why we want to talk about it today. We want to promote as well the Micah Richards documentary, which is supposed to be coming out. At the time of filming this, I'm filming this on Monday around 7. So it should be out by the time you watch it, hopefully. So please watch it, comment below what you thought about it. And hopefully it should be good, a documentary, because it covers all aspects of sports. For what it talks about, Micah Richards wants to understand why people think like this. And that's a great way of thinking it, because obviously it's good to shut out racism, it's good to stamp it out. But of course we need to know why people think like this so we can almost educate and teach people that it's not okay to think like this. It's a horrible way of thinking. You know, as athletes, as footballers, as people who just want to play the game or whatever you do respectively in the world of sport, you don't want to be abused because of your race. You can't help what you look like. You can't help aspects like that. And it's just blatant discrimination. And it's interesting to see why he wants to learn this. And of course, he's come out and spoke about incidences he had as a youngster and as a young lad, whether it be police, on the pitch, off the pitch, what have you. And that's really, really good that a star of his stature can speak out and, you know, talk about it. You know, we saw that with Raheem Sterling as well. And in fact, we saw that with Colin Kaepernick. And as well, on the documentary, our good friend Imran Ghazi from Sporting Bengal is going to be in it. So we're looking forward to seeing what he has to say about it, being someone like me, a British Asian lad who works in the world of football and, you know, has seen it all. And it's quite raw. I think we need to talk about it more. I'm hoping this documentary almost leads to almost like a spark in change. And of course, we saw the Premier League getting on with, you know, Black Lives Matter and stuff like that, which is really, really great. However, it shouldn't stop there. That shouldn't be the cut-off point. We should see it continuing and going forward, rather than, you know, just players taking a knee and stuff like that. It's brilliant as well. That should be the forefront for more and more change. You know, and considering how, you know, in the NFL, when Colin Kaepernick did it, he was absolutely shunned, compared to when, you know, our football players do it, they are cheered. However, speaking of that, going against my own argument here, you know, we saw when Millwall will allow fans on, people were booing when their players were taking a knee. So, you know, it's not going well in some aspects. You know, there are some people who are still ignorant and some people who want to be racist. Maybe it's because of how they've been educated. Maybe it's just how they're ignorant and how it all affects their life. You never know why someone's going to say that until you do something like Micah Richards is doing. And for me and everyone at WDSportz, we give him all the respect, and we hope that his documentary is received positive from all of us. I think some of us have seen it before, and if you have seen it, like I said before, comment below what you thought about it, because again, like, we want good feedback from it. We don't want people being negative about it or thinking, oh, people being ignorant to it, because again, it's something that everyone in the world of sports, whether you're a fan, whether you're a player, whether you're a coach, whatever you're official, what have you, should probably watch and try and understand and try and learn something from it, try and take something from it, regardless of what you think about it. And, you know, the world is changing. We are seeing that. We are seeing Donald Trump leaving the White House finally, especially in a state like America. You know, for me, someone, like I said in the previous video, which I'll link down below because I made one about these before, you know, I've always liked American sports, and I always think how big a continent is and how affluent African-American stars are in the world of sport. And yet there are people who will still racially abuse them, regardless of what they do for their organization, regardless of what they do for their country. It's absolutely ridiculous to see. So you know, going forward with that as well. And as well, I'll link down Kick It Out. Kick It Out doing some great stuff that you can hopefully get involved in and, you know, feel free to be a part of. But, you know, that's just me. And yes, I encourage you to watch the documentary. I encourage you to openly talk about racism. And yes, hopefully, you know, this will be the first change that we see in the world of sport that leads to positive change. But yeah, it's been Ahmed for On The Spot. Thank you so much. And yeah, see you guys soon.